Dear students, welcome to the second SEM Electronics. In the second SEM, you are studying about the linear ICs and the digital electronics. Second class on linear ICs. Here you are studying the operational amplifier. In the last class, you studied about what is operational amplifier, symbol and pin configuration of the operational amplifier, and power supply connection of the operational amplifier. In the today's class, you are studying what do you mean by open loop operational amplifier and its types. Similarly, what do you mean by closed operational amplifier? Only definition we are studying in this class. In the next class, you are going to study about the types of the closed loop operational amplifier. Okay, let us begin with what do you mean by open loop operational amplifier? Okay, before going to study the definition of the open loop operational amplifier, first I want to tell you there are the three types of the open loop operational amplifiers are there. They are the inverting operational amplifier, non-inverting operational amplifier, and the differential operational amplifier. Let us revise how many types of the open loop operational amplifiers are there. There are the three types of the open loop operationals are there. One is the inverting, second one is the non-inverting, third one is the differential operational amplifier. Okay, now let us move to the definition of the. So now let us see the definition of open loop operational amplifier. What do you mean by open loop operational amplifier? So in the last class you studied, this is what your symbol for the operational amplifier, correct? What you are thinking? Just you see here in this, there is no connection from this output to this input terminals, correct? There is no connection here. So if you are using in the circuit in the same way, that means there is no connection from the input to the output, then it is called a open loop operational amplifier. Okay, actually it is called in the electronics, we are calling it is from one name, that is if output is taken back to the input, it is called what? It is called feedback. What is feedback? The process of ejecting a small portion of the output back to the input is called feedback. So using this, we can define the open loop operational amplifier as a, if there is no feedback, then it is called a open loop operational amplifier. If feedback is not applied to the operational amplifier, then it is called a open loop operational amplifier. Okay. Then what do you mean by closed loop operational amplifier? If you apply the feedback to this circuit, that means when output is connected to the input, then it is called a closed loop operational amplifier. How you can remember? Easily you can remember that if feedback is applied to that circuit, then it is called a closed loop operational amplifier. If feedback is not applied, then it is called a open loop operational amplifier. It is called a, if I apply feedback to this circuit, then it is called a closed loop operational amplifier. Okay, closed loop operational amplifier. That means if this is connected to this output terminal, then this type of the operational amplifiers are called the closed loop operational amplifier. Okay, in detail, that means types of that closed loop we are studying in the next class. Okay, today let us study the in detail what do you mean by the inverting operational amplifier. Okay, in the last class you studied that this is called the inverting input and this is called the non-inverting input. Okay, this is what your symbol for the operational amplifier. In the inverting operational amplifier, what happens? If input is given to the inverting terminal, this is what your inverting terminal. According to the pin configuration, if you go means here, this is pin number 2. If this pin number 2 or the inverting terminal is applied to the input voltage and non-inverting terminal is at ground, then your output is equal to Vout is equal to minus of A into V1. It is called the your inverting operational amplifier. Let us revise the definition. What do you mean by inverting operational amplifier? If input is applied to the inverting terminal, non-inverting terminal is grounded, output taken across the output terminal, that is pin number 6, then you are going to get the inverted amplified output at the output terminal. Okay, in the output you are going to get the inverted and amplified output. It is called the inverting amplifier. Inverted is nothing but what you see here. You have applied the positive voltage, you are getting the that means it is started from the positive but you are getting the output from the negative side. And here you see what I have written, V output is equal to A into minus of A into V1. Okay. Okay, what is your inverting amplifier means? If you apply if your input starts from negative, you are going to get the output from that means you are applying input from the positive, you are getting output from the negative and amplified. That is very important. Why? Because operational amplifier basically it is going to amplify your input signal, and because of inverting, output is inverted. And why it is called open loop? Because there is no connection from output to the input. So that is why it is called a open loop operational amplifier. Let us hope all of you understood the concept of the inverting open loop operational amplifier. Now let us move to the non-inverting operational amplifier. You have studied the definition of the inverting amplifier. Now you can easily say that what do you mean by the non-inverting operational amplifier? What is that? If you apply input to the non-inverting terminal of this operational amplifier, okay? If you apply the non-inverting, if you apply input to this non-inverting terminal, and inverting terminal is grounded, then and next output you are taken at the output terminal, you are going to get the amplified and non-inverted version output. Amplified and non-inverting. So that is why we have taken here V output is equal to A into V1. Here you remember only it is nothing is there is nothing but what? Plus. Inverting means you are getting the negative. This is non-inverting. If you are apply input at the positive terminal, here output is also get the amplified, but it starts from the positive terminal. Okay. And what is its name? This name is non-inverting open loop operational amplifier. Why it is open loop? Because output is not connected to the input. So that is why it is a open loop. Why it is called non-inverting? Because output is not inverted. One point. Another one point is input is given to the non-inverting terminal of this operational amplifier. Input is given to the non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier. Inverting terminal is grounded and output is amplified and it is non-inverted. That means in which part, then in which positive side or the negative side. In which way you are giving the input, the same way you are getting the output. But it is amplified. So why it is called differential amplifier means, in this we are applying input to the both the inputs for the V1 and V2. Okay, for both the inputs we are applying the, for both the terminals, that is for the inverting and the non-inverting, apply the input. We are take here you can see V1 is input for the inverting terminal and V2 is the input for the non-inverting terminal, and output is taken across the pin number 6. And what is your output is equal to? V output is equal to A into difference of, here you see till now what I have written A into V1 and A into V2, but here it is A into, in the bracket, V1 difference V2. That means here V1 and V2 inputs are given. First it is going to calculate the difference of 2, that is called VID. Okay, that voltage is amplified by this operational amplifier. So that is why what is the equation for this one? V output is equal to A into difference of V1 and V2, or you can write A into VID also you can write. In that, what is VID? VID is nothing but difference of V1 and V2. Okay, let us revise once again the differential amplifier. It is a open loop differential amplifier. Figure shows the circuit for the open loop differential amplifier. Why it is open loop? Because there is no connection from output to this input circuit. So that is why it is called a open loop operational amplifier. So the open loop differential. Why it is called differential amplifier? Because it is going to amplify the difference between two input signals. So that is why it is called a differential amplifier. Output is taken across the pin number 6. The equation for the output is equal to A into VID, where VID is nothing but what your V1 minus V2. Okay. These are the reference books for the operational amplifier and the digital fundamentals. Once again, this is a one statement I want to repeat for you, and this is another one important statement I want to share. Okay, so next one is, after doing this, if you have any doubts regarding this video or the previous video, you can send in the Telegram group or in the comment box of this video.